As Vice President of the National Community Reinvestment Coalition, I thank you for convening these hearings and urge you to embark on a regulatory rulemaking to strengthen the Community Reinvestment Act. CRA is critical. NCRC's 600 community organizations members use CRA daily in neighborhood development. Reforms to CRA will promote economic recovery and create jobs by increasing responsible lending, particularly for small businesses. While we applaud your intentions to improve CRA, Congress also needs to apply CRA broadly throughout the financial industry in order to maximize safe and sound lending and investment in communities. Federal Reserve research reveals that CRA has resulted in safe and sound lending. Therefore, CRA would have reduced the severity of the foreclosure crisis had it covered a broader range of institutions. In addition, CRA small business and community development lending exceeded $1 trillion for America's neighborhoods from 1996 through 2008. Although CRA has been instrumental in boosting lending and investing, CRA has not realized its full potential. The following are suggested reforms. Because of the current definition of CRA assessment areas as geographical areas containing bank branches, the share of all home purchase loans made by banks operating in their assessment areas has dropped to about 25%. Here in the Washington, D.C. metro area, NCRC found that only 6 of the 16 banks with the largest home loan market shares in 2008 had our metro area as an assessment area, only 6 of 16. Some will say it is difficult for banks to comply with CRA where they do not have branches, but there are many methods to serve modest income markets, such as marketing in local media, partnering with community groups, and placing loan offices in modest income neighborhoods. Assessment areas must cover the great majority of bank loans. This is tremendously important. Banks are more likely to meet community needs in geographical areas where they are examined. Affiliates must be included on CRA exams. In the next hearing site of Atlanta, NCRC found that only 1 of 6 mortgage company affiliates of banks where the top lenders in the area were included on CRA exams, only 1 of 6. Banks attempted to include affiliates on CRA exams if the affiliates perform well, but will opt against inclusion if the affiliates are engaged in problematic lending. Such gaming thwarts CRA's purpose to ensure that the institution is meeting credit needs in a responsible manner. CRA exams must explicitly examine lending and services to minority borrowers and communities. Everyone knows, and research has confirmed, that the subprime fiasco and the foreclosure crisis had a disproportionate and devastating impact on minority communities. Overall, it is likely that including minorities on CRA exams would lessen the racial disparities by encouraging banks to increase their lending and services in communities of color. The current 4 ratings do not provide meaningful distinctions in performance and has resulted in a 99% pass rate. The agency should introduce low and high satisfactory as possible ratings in addition to the 4 existing ratings. Also, the agency should develop better weighting systems so that routine investments like purchasing loans on a secondary market do not receive as much weight as more difficult investments such as equity investments in small businesses. Some commentators will favor incentives. We would be supportive of exploring programmatic methods to increase tax credits under the low-income housing tax credits or new markets tax credit for institutions receiving outstanding ratings. But we are opposed to exemptions from CRA review on merger applications or decreasing the frequency of CRA exams for institutions with outstanding ratings. CRA performance is likely to decline when institutions receive less frequent exams and public scrutiny. Mergers are likely to decline in frequency. Therefore, additional enforcement mechanisms are needed. For example, banks could be required to submit CRA improvement plans subject to public comment when they receive either a low rating overall or in any assessment area. CRA exams and merger approval orders could include an expectations section that either mandates or recommends improvements to specific weaknesses of CRA performance. I hope during the Q&A we also talk about data enhancements and the important topic of community development. In this critical discussion about CRA, we need more light and less heat. We need civility to actively listen to each other and develop ways to improve CRA because CRA touches us and our families in profound ways. Most of us in this room likely had parents or grandparents that came to America and started a small business and lived their American dream. CRA is about building neighborhoods and economic opportunity, by harnessing the resources of the financial industry to meet community needs. CRA and therefore neighborhoods have been neglected for too long. It is time to change that now. Thank you very much.